You know, you can love somebody from far. I remember my sister asked me, why you don't talk to your dad? At some point in their life, gotta take accountability for who they are. In this case, I think my dad didn't take, accountability for a lot of things. You know, you can love somebody from far. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all know what that means. You know what I'm saying? But I remember my sister asked me, you know, why you don't holler at dad? Why you don't talk to your dad? And I haven't talked to my dad in a long time. And, it's everybody have their reasons or whatnot, you know what I'm saying? Why you don't talk to your brother? Why you don't talk to your sister? Why you don't talk to your aunt? Why you don't talk to your cousin? You know, that goes on in everybody's family. You know what I'm saying? At times, you and a relative might not see eye to eye or whatever might be going on in you and her life or his life. And, it might not have anything to even do with that person. You know, some of these reasons why we don't communicate, and, for her to ask me that, I feel that, maybe, something was said about, how long it's been since he probably talked to me or heard from me or whatever, whatever. I know some people, inside my family, outside my family, thinking the little stardom, this little material stuff, the little stardom, done went to my head. You know what I'm saying? But y'all know, like, we family and my friends, like, I've been on the grind. I'm the one that can't keep no money because I give it away or just burn it or just however. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just still me. I'm still that same person. I ain't nothing changed. You know what I'm saying? But everybody at some point in their life got to take accountability for who they are. You know what I'm saying? And once you take accountability on who you are, then you'll start taking accountability on the things that you've done, how they affect other people, or no, the affect other people. Good and bad. And when I'm talking about good and bad. You know what I'm saying? Because like me growing up, my mother like never told me, my sister, or my brother, like not one thing bad about my pops. You know what I'm saying? We didn't know nothing bad about him. You know what I'm saying? We didn't know that he didn't support her. He didn't support us. We did not know that growing up. Just think about that. How can you not know? You know what I'm saying? Because my mother and the rest of my family made it look like we was being supported, because we were being supported. We just didn't know by who. We just, we didn't want for anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, average black parents, what I'm saying, gonna do, that. You know what I'm saying? Just, I was fortunate enough to come from like two families that met that, had things, land, money, and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? So we didn't know our father was, what was going on. And then at this time, the drugs and all that, things happen. He was addicted to that. So that was a disease that he had. However, so not excusing it, but just saying these are the things that's going on so people could see, understand. Don't mean they agree why this lady or this guy ain't doing what they supposed to be doing. Oh, because they have an alcohol problem. Oh, because they have a cocaine. They have a crack problem, a meth problem, or just whatever. So that's what I'm trying to explain to at the same time. You know what I'm saying? But at some point, no matter what, when you get older, if you're still doing it, if you're not doing it, at some point, you have to take accountability for all that and look back at it, man. You know what I'm saying? And then from that point on, you try to do something different. And even to the point where when you get older and you try to do something different and you do something different, you still can't, like, not remember this over here. Meaning you still got to take accountability for it. You know what I'm saying? You got to take accountability for things and what things that you done fuck with other people's lives, and you got to start changing. You know what I'm saying? You can't have one without the other. It works together to make it work. You know what I'm saying? And in this case, I think my dad didn't take accountability for a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not faulting him for the saying he's an evil person, because he's not. You know what I'm saying? He's not. Nobody in my family rocks that way with that evil bone blood. Things of that nature, man. But I just look at me and his relationship. Y'all got to keep in mind, besides my older brother Derek, who we met a little later in life, you know what I'm saying? I was, the firstborn son. I'm the son that's, he's talking to about, don't do this or just things like that. So he gave me a long talk when I was going to juvenile. Said, hey man, you finna go down the road, man. You made this bed, you laid in it, you know what I'm saying? He was there. You know what I'm saying? On in that part. I'm finna go down the road as a juvenile to do about 2 years. And he come and see me right before they ship me out. Have a long talk with me. A man talk. I would never forget it. It was like, boom, it was the bomb. You know what I'm saying? I went in there with my head high. You know what I'm saying? So those are things that when he had a chance and he was in his right mind and, still addicted to the drugs or not, but in his right mind, meaning he's not high right now like that. He put on his clothes. He somehow got down to Capitol Avenue, downtown Atlanta, put his name on the list, whatever he had to do to come down there and see me as a father. You know what I'm saying? So like, boom, I can give y'all his punches and show y'all, what he what he was, trying and have done some, the things, the great things, because he's a great person. Helped so many people. My dad. You know what I'm saying? He just wasn't a bang bang and shoot you down person. You know what I'm saying? He had a great heart. You know what I'm saying? Still do. But when I think about it, man, besides those times, like I say, he didn't support us as we was young, but it was a lot of that going on in the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? When it came to black fathers and stuff like that. So that wasn't nothing new. You know what I'm saying? Your father being in the house, not being in the house, it's a flip of a coin to me, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Because Michael Jordan could be your daddy and you still could be smoking crack. So, however, so it's a flip of a coin, you know what I'm saying? With me, the chances are, with two parents in the house, the mom and the dad, how the kids are most likely to be successful or be whatever. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But it's still a flip of the coin for me, you know what I'm saying? So I don't take nothing from none of that either, as I'm telling y'all, the feelings and the things that I look at now since I'm older, you know what I'm saying? So, you take some of those stories that I have given y'all, my daddy, the crack ninja, you know what I'm saying? Going in my pockets when I'm sleeping, stealing the dope and smoking and acting like he done sold and stuff like that. Those was funny, and I made it funny because who I am, besides what, people know, the guns and all that. I'm a people person. I'm a comedian. That's who I wanted to be before the rap stuff. So I have that type of thing. You know what I'm saying? When I tell the story, I can make it this way. I can make it sad. I can make it like that right now. And I just told it how it was, and it was a very funny story, and everybody laughed off of it and all that, man. But if you really think about it, that shit wasn't funny at all, because at this time I'm only like 14, y'all. I'm selling crack. I don't make the crack or none of that. You know what I'm saying? Somebody got to front me, meaning like there's a big dog. You know what I'm saying? And big dog done gave me $500-600 worth of crack. You know what I'm saying? I got to bring him by 300 back and keep 180, almost 200. Y'all know how that go. Something like that right there, man. And when I go to my dad's house, he smoked it all. So now I got to leave because I just spent that over my grandma's house on the weekend. So if y'all really look at it, now I got to leave with none of the dope, like not his share of it, not my share of it. You know what I'm saying? And now I got to leave, and I got to go back over here with all my friends that who some of them ain't lucky enough to go to their grandparents' house on the weekend. So they've been out there hustling all weekend, making money and whatever. And here I come back out there, and I don't got nothing. I don't even have the little profit, to try to re-up, to flip up, to try to get the big dog money back. So like that story was funny, but in reality of a 14-year-old kid done got fronted some dope from a big dog and owe him some money now, and his daddy done smoked it up to go back to the hood. I'm scared. I don't know what to do. You know what I'm saying? Um it's great that I had friends, you know what I'm saying? Like Kevon Robinson, Kiki, and Bole and Michael Titwell. Real talk, cause like those guys right there, I could like tell them what happened in confidentiality with no one around. You know what I'm saying? And their heart will go out to me. They will say something about, the things of what I need to do next time, and don't trust no matter who it is and things of that. Listen, that I learned from them. Of trusting no one, not even your family. Those was things I learned from them. You know what I'm saying? Through experience though. But they would give me the money like I owe him 350. They would give it to me. You know what I'm saying? And they working for the same big dog. So when they go re-up, I'm going with them. They will give me the 350 right before we walk through the door. And I go in there as if I done sold all of it. I'm paying him so he can give me some more. And then I got to go back out there and sell it. Now I got to pay them back. And then pay him and then work myself back through that. So actually, wasn't nothing funny about that. You know what I'm saying? But those are things that I think about, you know, as I'm older now. I told y'all the story, I went and robbed, and it was this supposed to be a Jamaican dude and stuff, and his name was Julio and things of that. You know what I'm saying? So the name Julio too, I'm thinking this guy is like Jamaican stuff that my dad is sending me on the lick. So me, my little brother who's dead, man, rest in peace, and my partner Montrese Daniels, Money Grip, what's up, boy? I love you. Rest in peace, Money Grip, man. Um, they went with me, you know what I'm saying, to rob these people, you know what I'm saying? And once I went in there, a girl opened the door for me. She seemed that she knew me. That was kind of funny. Hey, what's up? Time she seen me, and that kind of, was kind of like, well, she know me from somewhere. But my mind is on the robbery. And like I told you, I went in there and I robbed these people. I put her down, put the kids down, get the guy Julio, I put him down. As I'm putting him down, he's screaming all that. He didn't sound Jamaican. You know what I'm saying? So then I flee the same man, my brother. The dude come out shooting at us. I dropped the gun. Remember, my daddy scooped it up with the crack, just all that, remember all that. Well, I told you when I got to my grandmama's house, you know what I'm saying, what the deal was. When I got to my grandmama's house, I found out that was my cousin's house. That was my cousin who opened the door. Those are my little cousins that I put on the ground. You know what I'm saying? She was dating the guy named Julio, and he wasn't Jamaican. You know what I'm saying? And then like, make a long story short, as that was just that right there, once that ended, that story, like I told y'all, it actually did end in my life with, oh damn, your daddy done got your son to go rob your cousin and her boyfriend and stuff. It didn't end right there. But what happened is, years later, when I'm dating my first child's mother, Desiree, my first boy, I love you, Desi P, my grandbaby, I love y'all. But when I'm dating her mother already have 2 kids. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace, Antonio. Love you, boy. Miss you, homie. And her youngest son, Jonathan. And Jonathan, daddy, head. What's up? Rest in peace, love you, dog. He his brother is my son, my oldest daughter. Her youngest brother, daddy. Julio is his brother. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like,